What's up, future people? It's Monday, September 5th? Yeah,
hmm
2023. And there's a couple of demos. Let's start with Zach. Zach, take it away.
All right, I'm going to demo in progress workspace backups. So right now I'm on a workspace that has two change sets and head. We've got this asset here, test asset that has an A prop, a B prop, and a field length. In this change set, we have attached a function get field length that it takes the B prop as an input. Let me make that bigger. And it tells you the length of the field. On this one, we have the same asset, and it's got a different function slightly. Takes the A prop as an input, and it multiplies the field times 5 just because I wanted to see it do something else. So I'm going to export this one. So we're exporting. That went up to S3 in the dev bucket. And I have some workspaces that are saved from the past. So let's load up the oldest one from today. Just so you can see that it loads up a totally different set of stuff. We're importing. Okay, so wait, was that I actually just loaded up the same one? Let's load up a different one. They're by time, so that's the oldest one is the one that's already selected. Okay, we'll import that one. And you'll see that we just have head here. It does have test asset on it, but it doesn't have any functions connected. Okay, so let's load up what we were working on before. Okay. All right, we have the change sets we had before. So we have test asset here. It's got get field length, a B prop. We can test that out. Let's drop a
Nice.
test asset on here. It takes B prop and gives you the length. So let's see what the length of B prop is. Six characters.
That's pretty cool.
Let's switch over to this change set. And it'll take A prop and multiply it times 5. So that should be 15. Look at that.
Fuck yeah.
That's insane.
So
How's that feel? That
yeah, it
feels
feels pretty
dope.
good.
Hell
Uh,
yeah. That's amazing.
I want to do more today. I'm going to build a much more complex asset and test the changes out, but it's feeling pretty good. So I think we're going to move forward with it pretty soon.
I love that you don't have to like pick a destination
And
or,
by moving
you
forward, you
know.
mean ship it, right?
Yes, that's what I mean. I mean, merge it to main, wang the button. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. We also have a demo from John. I'll share that one. All right, John, take it away.
Hello, everyone. I'm John Watson, and I joined System Initiative on Monday. So in System Initiative, I tried to create an ALB listener rule, and I'll be explaining how I went about it and just the intricacies of it. So let me present my screen. Okay, so basically, to create one of these things in AWS, I just follow the documentation. So you need to pass listener-arn, conditions, priority, and actions as mandatory, and all these other things are optional. So I got as far as mapping the conditions. So if we look into that block a bit further, you can see that it's a struct, and it's quite a complicated struct. So you've got, for example, if you pass HTTP header, you need to pass this config structure, which is another nested structure. If you pass HTTP request method, again, you need to pass a different nested structure, basically. If we look at it conditions specifically, you can see that I've mapped it here. So the conditions block within the JSON object that you need to provide to AWS is an array of structs. If you pass HTTP header as the particular thing, you need to pass this config block, which is again another nested struct. And you can see how this maps further. So if you pass, like, if you want to do a listener based on the query string, for example, you need to pass a query string config. And this maps through, so you can have multiple rules, etc. Within System Initiative, then you can see that I've modeled it this way. So I've got two assets, and one is the header config, which is on the left, and HTTP header config, and that provides the JSON block for the HTTP header. I can then provide that into the ALB listener rule condition. So this condition asset will then provide the JSON block for the specific condition. You could have multiple of these. So you could have maybe multiple HTTP header configs in an array to then provide on the right hand side to the actual rule itself. This is as far as I got, but I'll be continuing this when I rejoin after cycling around Wales this week. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, John. Good
Wow.
job.
That is really complex.
This is probably, like John and I talked about this Friday. It's probably one of the most complex assets he could have chosen to start with.
Yeah, I love it.
Because it's not just like we originally thought it might have been just like a JSON blob, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's like this awful, like nasty structure. And yeah, now I remember like why infrastructure as code exists.
It turns out you really wanted an abstraction over those things.
Yes.
All right. Well, that was it. We'll see you next week.